A pig pen looks like proof that humans won. There's the fence, there's the gate, there's the animal inside, snuffling through mud like it has never once respected architecture. From the outside, the story seems obvious. Humans caught pigs, humans fed pigs, humans built walls, humans became the boss. But that story may be a little too flattering to the species holding the bucket. Because one possible version of pig domestication begins not with humans bravely conquering wild boar, but with wild boar discovering something older and more persuasive than any human plan: leftovers. Imagine a small camp near trees and water. There is smoke, there are cracked bones, there are fruit skins, roots, ashes, shells, spoiled pieces, damp piles of things nobody wanted to touch twice. To humans, this was waste. To a wild boar, it was an invitation written in smell. Boars are not delicate specialists. They root, they sniff, they dig, they eat plants, insects, carrion, fallen fruit, and the kind of object a more judgmental animal would politely walk past. So when human groups stayed in one place long enough to make repeated piles of edible scraps, some bold boars may have learned the pattern. Not the most terrified ones, not the ones that vanished at the first hint of smoke, the ones that could come close, grab food, and leave before a spear turned the evening educational. At first, this was probably not a friendship, it was a tension. The boar got calories, the humans got a problem. Then the problem began to look useful. A wild animal that keeps returning to your camp is annoying until you realize it is also meat that has started delivering itself to the edge of your world. If it is already feeding near people, already tolerating smoke and voices, already learning the rhythm of human waste, then the distance between pest and resource begins to shrink. That distance is one doorway into domestication. Domestication does not always begin with a grand plan. Some animals were deliberately captured and managed. Others seem to enter the human niche more gradually. Dogs may have circled camps. Cats likely followed rodents into grain stores. Pigs may have followed a mixed route, partly hunted prey, partly managed animal, partly opportunistic scavenger with excellent timing. And this is where the joke becomes uncomfortable. Because if pigs learned to use the human settlement, humans had to adjust too. Pigs did not single-handedly invent village life. Crops, climate, stored food, water, safety, population pressure, and local ecology all mattered. A pig did not walk out of the forest with a clipboard and say, "Please stop migrating by Tuesday." But once people were already staying longer in certain places, pigs made that life more useful. A camp with scraps attracted animals. A settlement with animals needed protection. A useful meat source near the house created chores, boundaries, habits, and arguments about who forgot to close the gate. The pig got food security. The human got a schedule. That's the quiet trick of domestication. We like to picture humans reshaping animals, but the relationship reshapes the human world too. A pig can turn low-status food into high-value fat and protein. It can live close to people. It can survive on a messy edge of village life, where leftovers, gardens, woods, and human patience all meet. But once that animal matters, you do not simply own it. You organize around it. You keep it from wandering away. You stop other animals from taking it. You decide which one is killed, which one is kept, which one breeds, which one is too aggressive, which one is calm enough to tolerate the noisy upright apes who keep changing the rules. Over generations, the animals changed. Humans likely favored pigs that were easier to manage, less reactive, faster growing, or better suited to life near settlements. A fence was not just a wall, it was a new relationship made visible. And the strangest part is that the fence worked in both directions. It kept pigs close enough for humans to manage, but it also kept humans close enough to keep managing. Someone had to feed them, someone had to repair the pen, someone had to notice when one animal vanished into the trees with the confidence of a criminal in a children's drawing. This does not mean pigs secretly domesticated us in a literal sense. There was no ancient boar council meeting behind a bush, no mud-covered strategist whispering first the garbage, then the species. The truth is stranger because it needed no plan. Two species became entangled through appetite. Boars found a new feeding ground around people. People found an animal that could turn the waste of settlement into meat. Then usefulness became management. Management became routine. Routine became part of human life. So a pig pen is not only a symbol of human control, it's a small wooden diagram of a bargain. Humans shaped pigs into animals that could live closer to us. But pigs also helped shape humans into creatures who stayed close enough to build the fence.